Good day, everyone. This is me, Andres, and for today, I'm going to share to you my very own composed narrative poem. But first of all, what is narrative poem? Narrative poem is a form of poetry that tells a story. In this composition, I use a rhyming scheme of A B C B. So let's get started. The title of this narrative poem is Connection Lost. It was a gloomy night as I heard the door shut. Oh, it was just my husband who came home late. I look up to the ticking clock. Oh, it's already 11:08. I heard his footsteps from the kitchen. He seemed cold like the wind of the midnight. He silently sat at our couch, taking a deep sigh, and here I am standing under a dim light. He looked exhausted and serious. So to break the silence, I asked him if he had eaten yet, but I heard nothing in response. Instead, he pulled out something from his pocket, a cigarette. I don't know what's going on, but I'm hesitant to interrogate. He's silently acting weird, since recently we haven't communicated. I knew to myself there's something wrong. While I'm staring at him near the couch, he finally spoke. What happened next made my whole world collapse. As he said, I'm done, and this is no joke. I was startled and feel cold. It feels like I was paralyzed. My knees got numb, but my heart beats fast. As my nerves got surprised. He started sobbing while confessing. He finally admitted his mistakes, and he even said he was cheating. Tears began rolling down my cheeks as my heart aches. Never crossed my mind he'd do such a thing. 8 years of marriage seemed a trash. Now my heart is filled with rage, for I was betrayed and love turned to ash. I was deeply wounded, not physically. I took a dash towards my room, took out the marriage contract, and ripped it off, and returned the ring to my former groom. He was completely shocked as I handed it over. No words can explain how deeply damaged I am. I don't want to waste my time for an explanation, and I don't need a man who lies as sweet as a jam. So, that's it. Connection loss. Why connection loss? It is because the poem is about the miscommunication that leads to separation, the sudden separation of a married couple. You know, communication in marriage plays much vital role than we can fathom. It is important to open channels to have clear and meaningful communication with your spouse so that there is understanding, trust, which means better relationship with your partner. Communication plays like a glue that holds marriages together. Even if not just in marriages but in all types of relationship, communication is always been important because without communication, we're not connected to each other. Without communication, there's a huge possibility of misunderstanding and chaos. Without communication, people will always have this kind of um, heavy feeling. And, communication always plays a role that keeps peace within. Communication always connects people, not just physically, but through the use of technology. Like these days, like nowadays that we're experiencing pandemic, communication is always important to check if our loved ones from miles away is doing great and fine, to check them if they're still okay. And the communication is a powerful weapon that unites and reconnects people. And thank you and stay connected, everyone.